Hello and welcome to the webinar, The Power of Us. I'm Scott Webb, editor of Aqua Magazine, and we have with us today Ryan Morrison, who is Vice President of Sales and Technical Excellence at Hayward. Ryan brings more than 10 years of experience across sales leadership, product management, and business strategy. And we've got a lot to cover today, so without further ado, let's get started. Ryan?
Thanks, Scott. Heck of an introduction. I appreciate that. Hello, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm excited to be here and I'm thrilled to represent Hayward during this webinar. Before we get started, I'll just tell you a little bit more about me. I've been in the industry most of my life. I cleaned pools as a summer college job. I worked for a large distributor right out of college, and I joined Hayward in 2014. So I'm the VP of Sales and Technical Excellence for the USA. But enough about me. I'm going to jump right into the agenda. Today, we're going to talk about some of Hayward's initiatives and investments we're making along with the overall industry's direction. I'll touch on the Power of Us campaign, along with industry outlook and dynamics, training and aftermarket opportunities, and a new decentralized control system and product category that's going to disrupt the industry in a positive way. Before I jump in, though, there's a reason for you to stay on the whole time, and that is because you could win a $100,000 vehicle from Street Side Classics. This vehicle is going to be grossed up, so you won't pay any taxes directly. You'll get a VIP trip to Charlotte to see our corporate and manufacturing flagship facility nearby, and a VIP experience along with a free car. So if you stay on, you'll learn how it is you can win this thing. So don't go anywhere. So Hayward, the Power of Us. The Power of Us is a campaign that we have launched, and I'll talk more about that in a second. But before I do, just a little bit of history about us and Hayward. In 2025, we built 3.8 million products in the United States. Everything that was purchased, everything that said Hayward on it that was purchased in the USA, 90% of those products were built here by us, by our employees in our facilities. We have over 18,000 US hours invested in training US pros and industry trade professionals, and nearly 9 out of every $10 spent on Hayward products in the US supports US manufacturing. Hayward has over 250 US patents, and in the US we have over 4 manufacturing facilities, 5 training hubs. I'll touch on those more later on in the presentation, and 2 distribution centers to service the East and West Coast. We have over 1.7 million square feet of manufacturing, distribution, training, operations, and corporate space. Very little corporate space, but most of the other stuff applies. We have over 800 US-based employees to support all of our manufacturing and operations. So one more factoid is Hayward has been in the US for over 101 years and counting. So the Power of Us campaign, it's really, you'll see this if you haven't already for the foreseeable future. It's a brand new campaign we've started to roll out to tell our story. It's really a celebration to talk about why we all do what we do. Not only just Hayward, but all of you. It's about the moments and memories created in the backyard. This campaign celebrates pool pros who make those moments possible, and you'll see this campaign all across the US market if you haven't already. It's a full 360-degree campaign that the industry will see, feel, and resonate with. And Hayward will support the campaign with all of what you see on the screen here. Video series, content that celebrates the moment makers, the social media content, the industry trade ads, the in-store materials, stickers for product packaging, digital marketing that targets pool pros when the day's over, custom swag to help build a movement, PR around the great causes we support, the America 250-year anniversary integration into our bounty program, which I'll touch on more in a second, the new product introduction, and the car contest, of course, which is the real promotional engine that's going to fuel this entire campaign. With Hayward being a US-based manufacturer, all of our products that are sold in the US, the vast majority of them are designed and engineered here by US employees at our facilities, primarily in our North Carolina, Tennessee, and Rhode Island facility. Each location is a center of excellence for hydraulics, heating, and technology. And in the future, you're going to see the watermark containing the state the product was made in on the box itself when you purchase one of our US made products. Our hydraulics center of excellence is in Clemens, North Carolina, just about an hour and a half outside of Charlotte. Our heating and metal forming center of excellence is Nashville, Tennessee. And our automation and sanitization center of excellence is Rhode Island. We even make our own motherboards there for all of our sanitization products and controls, which is, I think, really unique to us. When you take one of our automation or sanitization systems apart, you can actually see Hayward printed on the board itself because we really do make it.
Ryan, let me just jump in here with a poll question for our audience.
Okay.
I'm going to read the question, and then I'd like to ask everyone to select one of the answers, and we'll have this live during the webinar. The question is, how important is US-based manufacturing to you? Is it not important, somewhat important, important, or very important? Please take a moment and select one of those answers. We can't vote here as panelists, and here are our results already.
Oh, you all are fast.
Yeah.
Okay. So I see 61% said very important, 19% says important, 14% says somewhat important, and 7% said not important. Looks like the vast majority seems to lean in the direction of important. I couldn't agree more. That's why for over 101 years, Hayward's been here in the US since our inception of our company. And, we're just now getting started. So we're going to be here for a long time. We're one of the only swimming pool industry manufacturers that are based in the US, and we're not going anywhere. Appreciate that. Okay. Hammering the point home here. Obviously, we're proud to be an American company. America itself is turning 250 years old in the next 2 months. And in celebration of that, we have integrated our Bounty 250 campaign across our Bounty program. So our Bounty program essentially is you replace a non-Hayward piece of equipment with a Hayward piece of equipment, and the installer gets to reap the reward. So typically our Bounty program would be funded with $50 per piece of equipment. In recognition and celebration for America turning 250 years old, we are funding $250 per product that you can see here on the screen. So any new OmniX pump, new OmniX gas heater, and I'll get into what OmniX is here in a second. Our legacy pumps, VS pumps, and our legacy gas heaters will qualify. And a special qualification here is our new 4 horsepower pump, which I will also touch on here in a second. That's $400 for your first 4 horsepower pumps installed while this campaign is in effect, which is anywhere between now and November 11th of this year. Before I touch on some of the products that we have that really help us, that will help resonate with you all, I want to take a minute to just touch on what's happening in the industry. Every year we have headwinds, tailwinds, we have different things happening. These are just some really high level that I think will influence the industry this year and moving forward of each. So, obviously headwind, high mortgage rates, higher than previous years, keep some homeowners locked in, unable to tap into the equity they've accrued over the years of home ownership. New pool construction is down 34% right now. Definitely a headwind, which we do have opportunity to circumvent that. But today, 34% down. We have existing home sales at a 30-year low, and inflation is still a little bit above where we want it to be. Tariff uncertainty in the Middle East is affecting business planning and customer confidence, consumer confidence. And there's still an affordability gap. Housing is becoming more expensive while income is increasing, but not quite at the clip that we needed to compared to housing. There's tailwinds too. For every headwind, there's a tailwind. So we do have a $5 billion aftermarket opportunity. I'll get into that more in a second. We still have people moving to the Sun Belt. Pool markets are growing across the U.S. We see PE investment across the U.S. 3 times more than we did 5 years ago. That's professionalizing the industry, making things move faster. There's warming climate across different southern states and different regions, which are going to help increase demand and awareness of the need for swimming pools. There's still a housing shortage, which means there's going to be a multi-year boom in new construction. And with new construction of new houses comes new swimming pools. Mortgage rates, although they're higher than we'd like them to be, they are at a 2-year low. So there is a little bit of optimism, albeit not quite as much as we'd like if they were a little bit lower than they are moving into this summer. So what does that mean for you? What does that mean for Hayward? Here's the punchline. There are 5.5 million in-ground pools installed. That number is always growing. The number of pools installed continues to grow regardless of what the macroeconomic conditions are doing. Over 65% of those pools have zero controls, zero automation. And believe it or not, 25% of new builds still don't even have controls. This is a huge opportunity for you and a huge opportunity for Hayward. And addressing this on both the aftermarket and new construction. So what Hayward has done and what Hayward is doing is we are really focusing on the industry's first decentralized control system. We call it OmniX. So when you hear your Hayward rep or anyone, anything on social media or me talk about OmniX, this is really disruptive technology. It's the first decentralized wireless mesh network. It's utilizing both sub-gig frequencies. So think about the 900 megahertz cordless phone. For some of you out there that are old enough to remember that, it could go through walls, go down the road. You could go to your neighbor's house three doors down and reach your receiver. And it also has a BLE signal antenna built into it as well. So whether you're on the internet or you have a direct line of communication, direct line of sight to the pad, you can control it and communicate with it wirelessly without a wall-mounted control and even without an internet connection. So each piece of pool equipment has this dual band OmniX antenna embedded within it, enabling the installer or homeowner to stair-step their way up to full automation. So this means they can, as each existing piece of equipment on the pad reaches its end of useful life, it is replaced with the same type of product, only this time it's got OmniX automation included, embedded within it, which allows the user to connect to one piece of equipment at a time and stair-step their way up to a fully automated pad as each piece of equipment reaches the end of life. Eventually, down the road, this technology will replace the need for any wall-mounted centralized control box for automation entirely. Hayward makes OmniX today, OmniX-capable heaters, pumps, and we plan to, later this year in 2026, launch OmniX Lite. So you'd be able to automate a low-complexity swimming pool with OmniX without the need for a wall-mount controller sometime in 2026. As promised, Hayward has a 4-horsepower pump. Again, this is a part of the 250-year anniversary of America campaign for bounty that we're doing. You can install 4 of these for the increased incentive this year. This pump is the best of the best when it comes to the 4-horsepower class. It outperforms all of its competitors from flow rate and hydraulic perspective. And it also has the OmniX dual band antenna integrated and built in within it. We have a OmniX gas heater. So all of Hayward's gas heaters today ship with OmniX included inside. We have the universal display, which you can see a pattern. All of our new user interfaces have the same display, and that same display has OmniX built within it. So if you learn one of them, you'll learn them all. This heater has RS-485 connection, embedded presets, programmable schedules, countdown timers, advanced diagnostics baked into it. And it truly is the industry's smallest footprint. Our small footprint heater truly does take up the least amount of space, and it's the only one in the industry you can back up against a wall with zero clearance. In addition to OmniX, not to confuse the two, we also have universal compatibility. So if you think about Hayward in the past, and most manufacturers for that matter, I would say have somewhat of a walled garden around their automation. What we've done here is we've really, starting in circa January of this year, shipping all of our equipment with agnostic controls, allowing them and enabling them to communicate with most manufacturers' automation systems and equipment out there today. So What that means for you is all of our variable speed pumps will communicate with the Big Three's controls. All of our gas heaters, our heat pumps will communicate with the Big Three's controls. All of our lights will communicate with the Big Three's controls. We even have lights that fit into proprietary or to our competitors' niches as well. So you truly can roll a truck with Hayward with only one manufacturer's SKUs for each product category in it. We are universally compatible, and in many, many cases, we're a drop-in replacement for our competition. I want to talk to you all a minute about some of the investments we're making in the industry today. So you'll hear your Hayward reps. If you haven't already, you'll see all over social media with some of the grand openings we've had recently. We have Hayward Hubs. That stands for Hayward University Branch. This is a hands-on training center, brick and mortar, fully staffed, dedicated to training the trade and facilitating events for you. So far, we have hubs in Dallas, Texas, Phoenix, Arizona, Irvine, California, Tampa, Florida, and Clemens, North Carolina. We've got a few being built as we speak, opening up in the near future in Nashville, Tennessee, and Atlanta, Georgia. So these hubs, these Hayward University branches, they're more than just training facilities. Each one is designed to accommodate a wide range of events, from classroom-style presentations to customer hospitality opportunities, anything from hydraulics classes, electricity, HVAC certification, credit hours, classroom style training, meeting room space, and so much more. Obviously, there's Hayward equipment everywhere. There's simulators everywhere, but this isn't just for Hayward. This is for you and the trade, and can be really used for anything that will make you better, both in and out of the field. These hubs are for the whole industry, not profit centers for Hayward. And as a matter of fact, I would say they're overhead for Hayward. We're really, really investing in the industry, and this is our way of giving back. These hands-on training centers are available to you year-round. You can get with your local Hayward rep to schedule a training or even block it off for your own company's use. This is just an example of what is in the hub. Obviously, we have the classroom style training. We have automation simulators, heating simulators, and really everything in between. So definitely true hands-on training experience with a dedicated training staff, which I think is pretty unique to Hayward. And last but not least, let's learn more about the car giveaway.
Deep V8 rumble, bold lines, chrome accents, pure American muscle. And the best thing about it, it could be yours when you power your pool business with Hayward. Now through December 31st, install Hayward equipment built for performance, reliability, and pride in U.S. manufacturing, and earn your shot at up to $100,000 toward the muscle car of your choice from Street Side Classics. When you build with Hayward, your business doesn't just grow, it accelerates. And when tax season rolls around, Hayward's got you covered. From the job site to the driver's seat, pick your power. Enter to win your dream muscle car at us.hayward.com.
I want Hayward to cover my taxes. So the way to scan to enter the contest, there's a QR code on your screen. Get out your phone, scan it. And also, while you're on this microsite, you can learn more about the Power of Us campaign and our commitment to U.S.-based manufacturing. So with that being said, Scott, let's move into the Q&A.
Excellent. Thank you, Ryan. I really learned a lot during that presentation. First question that we have is, what investments is Hayward making in training and education to strengthen the industry and better support builders and retailers?
It's a great question. There's a lot to unpack there. So I would say we're investing in training, education, and field support at a level that reflects how much the industry is evolving and changing. We know that builders, retailers, service professionals, and technicians are being asked to do really more than ever before. Products are more advanced, homeowners have higher expectations, and the need for fast, accurate support has never been greater. So our approach isn't limited to just one training platform or event. It's a full ecosystem. So, for example, we have our Hayward Pace and Partner Summit events that are structured to promote professional education, customer development throughout the industry. We bring in our partners together with third-party external experts and speakers that we align on with key customers on strategy, product innovation, training needs, market trends, and how we all win together. We also invest in relationship building, customer engagement through programs like our Passport to Paradise trips. Education's not just technical, it's about creating stronger partnerships, better communication, and more alignment with builders and retailers and servicers who represent our brand every day. So we take customers to places like Portugal, Australia, the Caribbean, and more. From an industry standpoint, we're staying highly engaged with organizations like PHTA, Elevate, Watershapes, Genesis, and so many others. We want to be a part of raising the professional standard across the entire industry, not just training people on Hayward products. Operationally, we're making major investments in support infrastructure. That includes an AI-enabled call center, which is designed to help customers get faster answers, improve troubleshooting, and create a more consistent support experience. And last but not least, in the field, we have more feet on the street than ever before. Just as important, we've recently unified our sales and technical teams into one field team, which means our customers are not dealing with disconnected groups. They're dealing with one single unit, sales, technical support, training, and service resources, all working together with one goal to help builders and retailers and servicers grow their businesses and support homeowners better. And we're continuing to expand all of our training platforms, such as Hayward University, which is online training for product certifications, troubleshooting resources, instructional videos, live training, and really any kind of digital education. Our hub network, which we touched on pretty extensively, which gives you that real hands-on, real-world experience in the classroom. And we'll also even come to you, which we didn't talk about. We have over 15 mobile training vans with all of our latest and greatest technology integrated within it. We'll come to you. We'll come to your job site. We'll come to your office, your location, wherever you want us to go. And we'll also provide the same high-level, practical, hands-on training education without requiring you to travel. So we're really making training a major part of how we support the industry and not just an add-on after the sale.
Okay, we've got one from Tony Cacciolo, who writes, "Hey Ryan, great presentation. Good job, I agree. Did I hear you say that you expect OmniX to eventually replace OmniLogic in centralized automation?"
Good question, Tony. Good to see you, sir. Yeah, I would say yes is the short answer, but there's a but there. I would say we're several years away from truly having the capability to, especially you, Tony, of replacing the automation system for the types of pools you build. I would say what you'll see in the near term, maybe even before the year's over, is the ability to control a very low complexity pool only with nothing but OmniX equipment. I would say in the next 2 to 3 years, we may start having that conversation with you and many others surrounding whether or not a centralized control system is necessary. So I'd say short term, our plan is to continue to facilitate automation upgrade opportunities in the aftermarket, leveraging OmniX. Short and medium term, we'll have the ability, we'll give the industry the ability to automate very low complexity pools in the very short to medium term, and long term, all pools.
Interesting. We've got a question from industry icon Paul Benedetti, who asks, "Are the commercial hydraulics products, e.g. butterfly valves, going to be available through distribution?"
Thank you for the question. I would say yes. And if they are not, please reach out to me. Please reach out to your Hayward representative in your local area. I'm not sure where you are. Would love to connect with you through Scott, if you wouldn't mind, Scott, connecting me with him. We do have many butterfly valves, commercial valves. We own a company, a subsidiary of Hayward, called Flow Control. We have Flow Control branded and Hayward branded valves that should be available throughout all of our channels. So happy to help facilitate that.
This next one comes from Jared Greenberg, who asks, where can I get sizzle videos of your products? I've asked my local reps, and I want videos on everything that could be sold in my store.
We have a marketing site, and I am embarrassed to say that I don't know the exact domain by name. So, Scott, if that's something you can help me distribute to this group after the call, I will.
No
We actually have a site dedicated to those resources that's live and ungated.
Okay. What market trends are you seeing that builders and retailers should be preparing for over the next year or two?
So many.
Okay.
Um, I would say a trend is that the industry is becoming so much more technology driven. Homeowners increasingly expect pool ownership to feel simple, connected, easy to manage. Automation and remote connectivity, along with diagnostics and energy efficiency, is becoming a lot less of a luxury like it once was and becoming more of an expectation. I would say another trend is just the aftermarket replacement cycle in general. New construction, it fluctuates all the time, every month, every year. Interest rates and consumer confidence fluctuates, but the install base of pools keeps growing. So I'd say I anticipate continued technology adoption, a growth in install base, which means greater aftermarket strength. So, with the aftermarket representing over 85% of all of our sales and probably yours throughout the industry, I think that's a big opportunity throughout the US. And, last but not least, I'd say consumers, they're not just buying a swimming pool anymore. I would say what I see is that they're really buying the whole outdoor living experience. The opportunity for all of us is shifting from just selling products or just selling a pool to really helping that homeowner imagine and create a complex backyard environment with a lot more bells and whistles, lighting, heating, outdoor kitchens, water features, automation, wellness oriented products and features and designs. So those are the top three that come to mind.
Okay, I think we got time for one more. And this has to do with your universal display. Can you expand more on universal display? Does it really work on competitive automation systems?
It does. That's a great question. It does. This is new to Hayward. We have been very, very um, nervous about going this direction. We're excited to have finally pulled the trigger here. We are completely agnostic across the board when it comes to our pumps, our heaters, our lighting. We really do work with most competitive automation systems. I always tell people just verify the exact model and controller and install requirements. Every pad's different, but generally speaking, yes, you're going to be pretty much safe bet to install Hayward across the board, especially across the big three. We want Hayward equipment to be easier to sell and easier to install on both Hayward and non-Hayward pads. So our universal display makes this possible. It really reduces complexity and gives the pro a more consistent control experience while removing that traditional walled garden surrounding communication. So we really aim to enable an installer to carry one brand and SKU per application. It just drops in and it just works.
Okay, I think that's going to do it for today. I want to thank you, Ryan. That was great.
Thanks
We
for
had
having me.
tremendous
Yeah.
turnout. I think partly out of interest in that incredible giveaway, which is accompanying this. That's
Tax,
very exciting.
tax free.
Yes, I know that part just blew me away. And I want to thank everyone for coming to the webinar today. And as we pointed out, that will be available in recording for those people who registered. I know everyone's got a lot left to do today, so let's get back to the pool business, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.